Are we going?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back
we're going.
to the Just Vibin podcast, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Last episode was a banger. It was really fun to do. I really enjoyed having Michaela here. It was a great time.
That's
Alex, I don't know. You're gonna have to check on this one.
yeah, you might need to come and move his ass.
All right, whatever. I had a great time talking to her. Four likes on the last episode, so
All right, 3, 2, 1.
The microphone's okay.
The mic is good. The mic
John may have gone through some
You saw the mic shaking. All of us were like,
All right, topics. Get into it.
Yeah,
Follow the socials. All right, that's enough of that.
We actually didn't do that in the last episode.
Maybe that's why people
do it
liked it.
again.
Actually, don't follow the socials.
Don't follow. Yeah, I know.
All right, so this is a topic I wanted to talk about actually for a while, but it was not really to kind of have Michaela on for. But whenever you're discussing the greatest basketball players ever, it's between 3 names, as everybody knows: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Yao Ming. No, I'm just Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron.
Those are Brian Scalabrine.
Brian Scalabrine is the other one. So outside of those 3, and then there's 3 more I threw in: Magic, Larry, and Kareem. My bad. Sorry, I had to spaced it for a little bit. And then Alex Caruso and Taco Fall also don't count. And then there's Brian Scalabrine. You gotta change your topic. All right, but outside of that, who's the best of all time? I don't have a problem starting it if you guys need a second.
Start.
Carmelo Anthony.
I would say that too. No.
This guy.
I just know like a few basketball
Yeah,
players.
he's not as into basketball, so he's not.
Al Harrington.
All right, you guys want me to start?
You know who I think is? Robin Lopez.
Robin Lopez. All right.
My when he tore you up, bro. Every time.
Jokes aside, for me, it's Tim Duncan. And I think bigs overall in the NBA, like all time, get a bad rap. And I'm really not sure why. But nobody ever really talks about bigs for being the greatest, really, aside from Kareem. Nobody does. But Tim Duncan, you all seem to forget he has 5 rings. Was very close to being 6. But, Ray Allen's a beast. And I just, on top of that, he's just the definition of consistency and then just what you want from your leader. Never complained about anything. Came in throughout his entire career with one team, kept grinding, was a great leader, never complained, just did what you wanted him to. And then on top of that, he's got 5 rings to prove it. One of the best paint defenders, I'd say, of all time. You have to respect.
Yeah.
You would agree with that?
Never even heard of this guy.
Just making sure.
Oh my god.
All right, so yeah, that's mine. Tim Duncan, he's a beast.
All right. I'm going with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh,
I knew you were going to say that.
okay.
I'm gonna say most underrated player ever, other than Alex English. Alex English underrated, but that's not the point. Hakeem Olajuwon has the best individual season ever in 1995 when he was going for his 2nd straight championship. I can't remember his exact stats, but he was the only all-star on his team, and he goes to the finals, and he's playing against Shaq, obviously young Shaq, but still Shaq, and he drops 33 points. He has 12 rebounds and 3 blocks per game, which is ridiculous. He goes there and he just carries the fuck out of his team. It's the best carry of all time for an individual season.
I've got a 3-way tie, really.
All right,
Well, not of his whole career, but Tracy McGrady. Him in his prime, he was unstoppable.
He was plagued by injuries. He could have been really, really nice had injuries not plagued him. Right.
Another one, Bill Russell. He has so many rings. And if rings are a factor, then yeah, he's up there. He's the GOAT of the rings.
My only counter argument to that is how many teams were in the league though when he did that?
That's true. Yeah, there's 8. There were 8 teams.
That's easier than winning a conference.
That's literally winning a division in today's league is almost as tough.
Yeah.
Hold up. Alright,
And that wasn't even prime.
Yao Ming had 1 in there too. Yeah, I think it was 13 and Yao had 1.
All right. Wait. Are we back?
Yep, we're back.
All right. So yeah, with the T-Mac thing, I think that if T-Mac never got injured, he would be up there for sure.
That's fact.
But I don't see him up there just because of the injuries right now.
You can't really predict what would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said with Bill Russell, I'm not disrespecting how many is it? 11?
Yeah.
11.
He needs 2 hands or something. I'm not disrespecting any of that or whatever, but like I said, there are 8 teams. That kind of discredits it. Mm-hmm. Plus, the other thing is the game has evolved so much. Watch a game from the 60s and the 70s, and then go watch what's happening in 2020.
Shout out Wilt.
It's not even the same. Wilt, I think, would have still been good in the modern day.
Wilt was so dominant today, but it certainly wouldn't be on the same level.
He wouldn't be dropping 100 in the game.
Yeah. And then... Hakeem, I really respect it. I don't have any main arguments other than I think Tim Duncan was more successful for longer. But then an argument you can make against Tim is he always had He already had Parker, Manu, Kawhi for a little bit, and then obviously one of the greatest coaches ever on top of that. So that's fair.
Did he have
argument.
D-Rob with him too?
Who?
At some point?
Or
David Robinson?
Yeah.
Robinson? Yeah, that was a nasty
That's a
duo.
big boy.
That is a nice big duo right there.
And the reason also I'm not even shouting out Wilt is because Wilt folded in the playoffs every single time he went to the playoffs. He folded.
Yeah, he did not have it.
And the free throws.
Did he really throw a free throw like that?
Yeah.
Like a
shot.
fucking like
Sometimes.
bag toss?
Well, his old plan used to be so originally you didn't have to hit rim on the free throw for it to be legal, so he would just oop it to himself. Every time he on his second free throw, he'd just throw it off the backboard and then try to dunk it. Because he just had that bad of a free throw and he was just that dominant.
Before goaltending was a thing. Or not goaltending, before he had to hit the rim.
Yeah, before you had to hit the rim for it to be a legal shot. That's what he did. So I think those are all pretty good answers. I don't think Allen Iverson could be up there because I've heard some people say that.
Definitely not Allen
I don't
Iverson.
think so.
No, he's like the fourth best shooting guard ever. I don't think he would.
Was it technically a shooting guard?
He was.
He was.
Technically? Okay, fine. My bad. This is kind of a similar concept, but this is what I thought of kind of yesterday. Who do you guys think is the best player to never win a ring?
Best player.
Karl Malone, hands down for me. I don't think there's
I have to think about my top 10 real quick.
your top 10.
I have to think if there's anyone in there. I don't
Yeah.
think there is, but
Who can won a ring?
it is probably. It's
Karl Malone, John
Malone's the only
Stockton,
one I
Charles
can think of.
Barkley.
Pretty much every 90s player that's
Everybody
on
that
the
played. Think of the dream team if they weren't on the Bulls. Pretty much that. Yeah. Yeah. No, mine's Karl Malone. I think hands down. Like, what is he? He's second all-time leader in points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that alone, like, and just the fact that he never won one, and then he was also an elite defender on top of that.
That's an L, dude.
I know.
That's big biceps.
And he got ruined by Jordan.
He was a dominant on and off the court.
Hey, edit that out. Edit that
Therefore, I
out.
agree with you.
Others, Vince Carter was kind of insane, but I don't think he's the best ever.
He's
No.
played for so long, dude. I wish he got one.
It's truly sad, but he's nice. He's
I
nice.
feel like the Raptors. That's the best team to not, or one of them.
Yeah, they only have one, but yeah, no, the Raptors have had good teams in the past,
Like
and they've just
T-Mac,
not pulled it
Vince
off.
Carter, that Raptors team was just insane.
What about a best player never win MVP?
I don't know good players who have never won MVPs.
I think it's D Wade.
I can't even think of who else
I
hasn't done it. I don't pay attention to MVP awards really, so I could not really answer this.
Shaq.
Shaq. Okay.
I think Shaq won one.
Okay. Shaq
Did he?
definitely won.
Yeah, he definitely won on his
Damn
it! Carmelo Anthony.
He's trying to put his input. He's trying his best.
He's trying his best, guys.
You know, I just come here to add a little sparkle to your day.
I think the problem with Shaq is he never had a ring where he. I guess you could say his Lakers rings he was the best player on his team, but I mean you could make the argument that he wasn't even at that time. So I think that's the biggest problem he has. And it's a great argument. I can see your gears turning in your head. What are you trying to figure out?
I don't know.
All right, should we move on? I think we've had a pretty solid sports topic. I feel like we're leaving Hunter out.
No, we could talk about this all day.
Okay, is that enough of that? All right,
Got
so
you there.
this is kind of an interesting one. What laws do you think should be removed? And we're gonna avoid what did you say? In Nebraska, it's illegal to.
In Nebraska, it's illegal to take your llama on the second floor of a building.
So we're eliminating those, just small and stupid. We don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about actual laws that are commonly spread out that you think should not be a thing.
I want to start it off. Prostitution.
It should be legal. Straight up. And that's
Don't laugh. It's
don't
serious.
Yeah.
I think prostitution should 100% be legal. If you want to do that shit, good for you.
And it's both sides are agreeing and okay with it. You're not hurting anybody. If you want to sell your body off, go ahead. It's not my issue.
Personally, not for me, but that doesn't mean that other people can't do it. You know what I mean?
I think it should be okay. If you're a good-looking broke girl, get after it.
I don't know, bro. Stripping plays good money.
Prostitution is legal in Nevada.
Yeah,
Well, that's a given.
Nevada's wild. It's
It's still fucking
Nevada.
Vegas.
I just thought I'd point that out.
Yo, GTA 6 should be in Nevada. Okay.
They're
That's
trying to
fire.
plan it so it's all the ones that they've had culminated into one, the best parts of each one put into one.
It's also legal in Germany, Switzerland, Greece, and Austria, and many other countries.
New Amsterdam.
Giannis.
You know that college that came
Giannis
here from
gets it.
Switzerland? That was one of his main selling points is that prostitution is legal.
What a beast. But yeah, and then the other one I had is honestly, once again, not because I'm big druggy or whatever. Drugs should be legal until you make it somebody else's problem. At least in my opinion. So as soon as you start driving high, or as soon as you like attack somebody because you're high or whatever, that's when it should become illegal. But if you're just chilling in your house doing cocaine, I don't care. Like, you're not hurting anybody.
Certain drugs.
You're hurting yourself.
Yeah, you're hurting yourself.
Okay, yeah, sure, but that's your decision.
Like, but
if you force somebody to do drugs for whatever reason, okay.
Me killing someone will also be my decision. So should that be legal?
Yeah, but you're hurting somebody else. That's the difference. You're affecting somebody else's life.
I think that you're hurting yourself too much because like it's just no. Like
but that's entirely your decision. You are the only one. You're not hurting anybody else.
I think that's also really hard to determine in a court.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you mean?
Like,
I want to do
who
coke.
sold you? Who sold you the drugs? You know what I mean? How does that hurt them? You know what I mean? Like,
how does buying drugs from somebody hurt them?
Because if you buy them from somebody, the person that sells them to them is apparently now breaking the law, right? Because he's hurting somebody else.
No, but you're buying from them. You choosingly bought from them. You said, I want some drugs. I'm going to go buy it. Okay? You didn't. Shut up. That's a word.
I don't think so.
I don't think that should be okay. I think that weed should be legalized. Because, well, in
most places,
in some states it's not. But I think that, like, meth, cocaine, heroin should not be legal.
If you're doing it in your house and you're not making it anybody else's problem, I think it should. Straight up.
Any, like, hard drugs, I guess. Like, anything that's going to immediately, like, damage your body.
Anybody who doesn't know me thinks I'm a big druggie right now. I'm not. But, no, and, like, my political opinions in general is if I'm not hurting anybody else, it should be legal. I can mess myself up all I want, but as long as it's not somebody else's problem, I think it should be okay. That's all I've been.
I feel like the American population is too stupid to let them do
facts.
that. There's a lot of retarded people.
That's a
out
selection. The government should have to babysit. Shut up. All right. What's yours? You got anything?
Bro, probably drinking age. We could probably lower that a little.
I actually would agree with that. Yeah.
They can't.
there. We say that now.
Once you're out of high school, I think it should be fine.
So 18.
I think 18. Yeah.
18 is more.
It's 18 in pretty
Or
much
maybe-
every other country.
Maybe even
Some
19.
countries
Even
16.
yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe even 19 because 18 you're still a senior in high school. So maybe like
Well,
clear
not me.
out of high school.
I graduated
Maybe
at 17-year-old.
I graduated 17.
Yeah, I'll
as well.
graduate at
Okay, but
17.
shut up.
When my
Hey, normal
first
people,
Year, my
let's go.
first year of college, I will still be 17.
Old heads.
Weirdo. Old heads. You're older than me. I don't think I have any else.
Arson.
Logan?
Just kidding.
I don't. You know. I don't think. No. I don't
Running
have
red
any-
lights.
Red light. Yeah, just running. Red
I think
lights.
speeding in some places should be legal. It is in like Germany. There's like highways that have no speed
Their
limit.
highway you go as
They're
fast as you
built
want.
in a specific manner that allows you to do that safely. Our highways aren't built that way.
Yeah.
Why doesn't
Bro,
John
we have,
just
like,
come on
4
the
lanes.
podcast? John's been talking just about as much as Ronan has. I can't remember.
These are my guy. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
But like running red lights when there's nobody, I also think should be okay. Like
I do that.
How often does that happen? Like, I think you can technically get ticketed for that. Like
Yeah,
can
you
you would
definitely
never
Just
do
make
it.
sure there's no cup there.
Okay, cameras though.
Well, there's cameras.
A lot of times.
If there's no one there, they don't care.
Yeah, I know. But technically they could, so I just think it should be okay if there's like genuinely.
Well, let's go straight here. So like, I do it if like there's absolutely like I can see absolutely nothing, and if, usually it's like really late at night, and like I'm the only one on the road. That's the only time I'll do it.
Kid's name
That's
Zach.
another law.
It'll-
Curfew. That is retarded.
We don't have.
Oh, yes we
Yeah,
do.
12
Yeah,
feet.
that's
12
stupid.
It's 12 a.m.
Yep, that's curfew.
That's
Well,
our curfew.
You gotta
technically.
be home by that
Doesn't
time.
depend on. If
Oh,
it's
I have broken that several times.
Well, if it's a weekday, isn't it 11 and then weekends are 12?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
I've broken
and
that several
also,
times.
I don't
Either
think
way,
that like my friend told me the story one time about how they got pulled over at like 2 a.m. He was like, "You're out past curfew, but I don't really care."
Yeah.
I feel like cops don't really
It depends
care.
on which cop you have.
Yeah.
If he's having a bad day though, or whatever, just got through a breakup or whatever, he decides he wants
It's
to
a bad
ruin your
day for you, man.
You know, I had
Shot
no idea we
210
had
at
one.
Walnut Creek.
Like honestly,
Got 210.
what's the point of a curfew? Like,
Be home.
If you're tired, you can't drive.
Knowing full well that most teenagers are staying up till 3 a.m., 4
Could have been
a.m.
doing cocaine.
I was
at
up
that
so
time.
late last night, dude.
Boy,
I
actually,
stayed
was
up past
like-
11 this time.
Yeah, I was up
Yeah.
with John and Ronan on GTA till like 2 a.m. It was great.
Clap for this man for staying up past 12. What a
He
guy.
actually stayed up late.
I don't have any else off the top of my head.
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
Drinking, I think, should be 18. drugs straight up should be legal, so unless you're not
I
making
just
it a
don't
problem.
think that's facts.
It should.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, like, you're not hurting anybody else. If you just, like, I don't care if you're chilling in your house, not doing anything, you're just like, let's do some cocaine, fuck it.
Well,
I don't care.
That's just oh
move on.
man.
It's no, who are you hurting?
Yourself.
Okay, but that's your decision.
Okay.
Dude,
Say your decision thing.
there's people that
Is it not a free country?
There's people that would OD and kill themselves all the time
That's- I
over
was
the
gonna say
country
that.
because they were doing the absurd amounts of cocaine and
There
heroin.
are other ways to kill yourselves, though. We don't legalize having, like, kitchen knives in your house, but we're gonna eliminate
That's a different story.
That's a way.
What are you gonna? Kitchen knives can be used to benefit you. What are you gonna use to benefit cocaine? You gonna sprinkle some
but
some of
good
that
time with
cocaine
some
on your
cocaine.
brownies to make them taste good?
You have some good times with cocaine. All right,
good sugar.
we'll cut this. We'll cut this.
No, we won't.
If you're not making it somebody else's problem, my rights end where your rights begin. Okay?
well, the problem, Ethan, is that you are making someone else. It's like, because say somebody has kids, right? And the kid goes, wow, look, it's a fucking crystal pop. And then they like...
Okay, that's affecting somebody else, though.
Use
That's
that.
that definition of affecting somebody else.
Halloween, people were giving out rock candy. It was methamphetamine.
That's illegal because you're affecting
Actually,
somebody else.
So
That
if
was
you
real.
just have it in your house, you're not directly...
Think this through, guys. Another human equals somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, but,
when
like,
you give
that's
it to
where-
somebody else,
that's
you're
where, like-
affecting somebody.
That's where like a
Think this
blurred
through.
line is though, because in a court, if it just like slips through, but it's not your fault, but it's yours, what does that do?
Yeah, that's your fault. You're going to jail because you made it somebody else's problem. I'm home alone. I'm a single bachelor, fresh out of college. Nothing's happening. There's no people in my house. I'm just in there like doing some cocaine, whatever. It doesn't matter.
So
just doing some cocaine.
if you're a single bastard making money, I don't think you're going to be doing cocaine.
yeah,
You could be eating some fruit snacks and fruit
I
rolls.
ate
You chose to do
cocaine.
cocaine.
I just don't agree.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
allowed to have your own opinion, but...
No, not this one.
I stand by it 100%.
Bro, we just trying to vibe.
Libertarians 101, right there. All right. Is that enough of that?
Yeah.
Y'all think I'm a druggie now?
Libertarians
Yeah.
101.
That's what it is.
I'm a libertarian.
Politics
That's
out of
not
this shit, stupid.
Wanna catch a feed?
Which one? Let's go.
You know, I'll meet you outside, kid.
Bet.
All right. Elementary school fun stories. I decided this is kind of me waking up at 9 o'clock. Like, what should we talk about? It's like, let's
Leave
take a-
comments.
Help me, please.
I don't remember elementary school.
Elementary school.
I have a few just from 6th grade in general.
Outdoor lab, one of the best trips, camping trips, anything I've ever been on in my life. So much fun.
See, I never had one of those. The year I left elementary school is when they implemented it, 5th grade.
That's tough.
5th grade was the end of my elementary school, and then 6th grade is middle school.
Oh, that's an L.
Same here. But
Yeah, outdoor lab was awesome. We got rained out on the day we were supposed to have like a big full class capture the flag game.
That would have been
So
so
a lot of
much
people hate it,
fun.
but we did an indoor hockey tournament that I loved. I know not everybody loved
I
it.
just
Not
remember
everybody
going
loves
up against Joe and like trying to block one of his shots. I was like, ah!
Did you take it to the
Yeah.
leg or whatever?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like,
How'd that feel?
that didn't hurt.
Oh, yeah. I think we weren't using like an actual puck.
No, it was
obviously.
like a tennis ball or something.
Yeah,
it still
something.
hurt like hell.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
What was that one story that you told us, like, years back that you, like, ate a glow stick or some shit?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
iconic.
Okay,
There we go.
okay.
There we
So they're at outdoor lab, they do this like so the girls and the guys split off. The girls have a giant party inside the hotel part of the outdoor lab.
Yeah.
And like eat a bunch of food and don't like do their makeup and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't
I think they made flip flops or something.
yeah,
like
I
that.
don't know. Anyways, they took all the guys on a giant hike in the pitch black
The
dark.
man hike.
And basically they all like stopped us in this like cabin and we talked about like being a man and stuff. And then we like went up to this giant bonfire and they were like, "Oh, yeah, let's have some marshmallows." But little did they know, earlier in that day, they gave us all glow sticks, you know what I mean? Because, like, we could keep track of all the stuff. And I was, like, playing with it, and then I, like, cracked it open, and it got all over my gloves. Because it was cold outside, so it got all over my gloves. And then I, grabbed the marshmallow to eat it, and I popped it in my mouth, and I was like, "Ooh, that tastes weird."
With the glow stick stuff on it.
We had the glow stick stuff all over it. So then when we're walking down the mountain, I'm, like, 10 minutes behind, just puking my eyes out. And everyone's like, "Oh, where'd Hunter go?" "Oh, he's throwing up back there."
I remember trying to help him down the mountain. Like, I walking with him, like, come on, and it got so bad. He was stopping every, like, 20 steps to throw up that eventually I even left him. I was like, "All right, you got this. I don't want to smell this the whole night." Yeah, I ditched my boy.
Dude, I ate a glow stick that night, and it was hell. Zach Stoll, I remember, was like, if it gives you superhuman powers, I'm your manager. I was like, what the hell?
I did not hear that story.
See, we stayed in different cabins, didn't we?
No, I think we were in the same one. I think I remember you, me, Michael Fitz. I think we were all in the same one.
I remember I was with Connor Hassert.
Another thing I remember is the food being fire up there.
No, I don't.
Most nights the foods were up.
I remember the food at the retreat was like mediocre.
It was.
Unfortunately. Another thing from 6th grade, Young and Maritown. Was just,
I was the bank accountant.
I was the manager of the TV station.
I was the accountant at King Supers.
What a guy.
What were you? I did that in 5th grade. I was the warehouse manager. Dude, I was so stressed about that. I went into this, I'm like, bro, I'm a fucking manager.
I am the captain now.
Except the warehouse, you deliver everything. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just like pointed at my people. Hey, you go give that to them.
Yeah. I remember the TV place. We had to film a commercial for every single store, and that was honestly pretty annoying. But then after that, we literally had nothing to do. So it was like a hectic 2 hours, and then the rest of the time we had nothing.
I was just writing down numbers, bro.
Yeah, big facts. I would just do a bunch of subtraction and addition, and then I was done. And then I went and bought a cookie from the snack shop.
Did you guys ever get arrested or get a ticket?
I was running, but I evaded the police. I went and hid behind the corner in waited 5 minutes.
There was one law that we had where every time you pass by, I forgot if it's like I think the insurance one, the insurance place, you had to say like a good neighbor, State Farm was there. And
that's gold. I wish we did that.
You remember the dumb laws we were talking about earlier? Put that on the list.
I didn't do that at one time, and I got a ticket. It was not.
You forgot to say it.
Yeah, and I couldn't buy lunch, so my mom had to buy it for me.
You should have said Allstate.
Are you in good hands?
Your mom had to buy it.
Do you have anything from Ameritown?
Nah, bro. And like I said, I was just doing number shit.
The entire time just writing.
It was very boring for me.
Yeah, facts. I was just literally doing
I
most of
wish I was the
subtraction the
accountant.
entire time.
You wish you weren't. Yeah. Managers, I think were overall the biggest joke. Did you do anything as a manager, really?
I bossed people around. It was fun. I love it. I remember because this is 5th grade. There were some 6th graders working for me, and I was like.
That's me right there.
Yeah, I don't remember ever really doing anything important. I just kind of I basically became just a worker because I just the actual managers did not have anything to do. They gave everybody a list of what your daily duties were, and it was make sure everybody else was working. It was okay. Make sure the other 3 people are working. Ooh.
I also got to see the people who would grow up to be Karens. Because there were people that would order
big facts.
You would have to order tags, name tag. Some people order name tags, and you have to make them for them. We forgot a couple of people's, and then there was one person who came up to me and she was yelling about her fucking tag. I'm like, bro, we're getting here, just calm down. And she just keeps yelling, and I'm just sitting there like.
Another one from our 6th grade. Everything is pretty much 6th grade at this point. But another thing I remember. You remember the grease unit? That was awesome.
Dude, mine kind of sucked though because I was a peasant.
No, not Greece. Greece was the different sections: Athens, Sparta.
Oh right, dude. I was the big dude. I was in the peasant revolt. You know what I mean?
That's French Revolution. French Revolution. Greece.
Revolt.
Shit, different.
What did I do?
What were you? I can't remember what they were. Athens and Sparta are the only two anybody.
Oh, I was Megara.
Who? But yeah,
I was in with Sydney Scarborough.
You
but
had so much fun in grade school, bro.
6th grade was
We had
legitimately the most
such a
fun
good
school
time.
year.
Dude, I was just I was being forced to memorize fucking Chinese poems and getting yelled at if I didn't.
But yeah, Greece was awesome because we did we had to learn a little bit. It was still history class, but then we were divided into city states. So there was Athens, Sparta, apparently whatever Megara is.
Athens, Sparta, Megara, Corinth.
I can't remember the last one. I remember where they were located in the room.
Yeah.
I can picture them, and I even remember.
The middle one was Corinth, and Sparta was over here, Athens was over there, and then I was right there.
And I can picture what their name was, or I can picture even who was in it, and I know where they sat, but I can't remember what they were.
Me neither.
Besides the point, but we had a Olympics in there that was awesome. We had javelin throws and crap. We had all sorts of other stuff. I won the Great Olympics. I
It
lost.
didn't register in my mind that you guys were talking about Greece, like the country and shit.
What did you think we were talking
Dude, I
about?
thought you guys were talking about the movie, and I was like, why are you guys doing that? Why are you guys doing a history lesson on Greece?
But we built a Coliseum or something. No, not a Coliseum.
That would have been epic.
We built it was like a temple or whatever, like a
Parthenon.
yeah, or Pantheon, one of the two. One of them was Roman, one of them was Greece. I can't remember.
I can't remember.
It's a little fuzzy. But yeah, Greece was awesome.
I think French Revolution was more fun.
I'm really on the fence because French Revolution and that's overall. French Revolution is one of my favorite things to learn about in history in general.
Not in AP European history. You do not like it in AP European history. Just everything in that class was just ass cheeks, bro. I hated that class.
Yeah, I was Robespierre though for the French Revolution because once again we like role played, so everybody was people in the French Revolution, and I was the Robespierre, the basically insane dude who chopped everybody's heads off. But
You played it really well.
I was up at the front of the class, and we brought people up to like a little like wooden guillotine that had just like a plastic blade or whatever, and then I would like take a red marker and cut it across people's necks when they got executed. It was fun. It was a lot of times. John's sitting here like, this is what they did. Jesus. That explains a few things. So now we just talked about JA. You guys have fun things, or you guys just hate elementary school?
Bruh. Yeah, elementary school blue.
I can barely remember anything from elementary school. Like that happened like in school.
I
Or,
just
like, during
remember
school.
getting an extra star in first grade for saying difference instead of subtract every single day.
In like kindergarten, do you guys ever get a red card?
No, I didn't.
Red card.
Is that
It's like soccer?
green,
Like
yellow,
the
red?
green, yellow, and red cards. You know, like to determine how good of a day you're having.
Oh yeah.
Did you remember?
I never got one.
I
got,
probably did.
I was like such a goody in kindergarten.
You're talking like kindergarten? I don't
Dude, I would
Also-
throw so many things at so many people.
I don't even remember. Kindergarten was my 1 year not a JA because we couldn't get it on time.
I was my teacher's favorite, and I never got. Well, there was one day I got yellow once, and I cried so much. I was like, bro, no.
I used to be a little crier too. Whenever I'd get yelled at, I'd cry.
I think most of us were. Like, there were a few kids that were just complete badasses, and they did not care. But I think most of us were pretty sleep if we got in trouble.
Yeah.
There was, I remember kindergarten. There was this one friend I had. His name was Tyler, and he got expelled for jumping off the swings and shouting the N-word.
In kindergarten? Oh my god.
Bro, what are his parents teaching this kid?
I was scared to say crap in kindergarten. I don't know about
I
you
didn't say
guys.
crap until 5th grade, bro.
Dude, 6th grade is when hell started coming out of my mouth.
I don't think I said shut up till like 3rd. Like, straight up.
I never said. I didn't say shut up until like 7th grade. My mom would still let me that is a horrible word.
Jesus. Fun times. It's fun to grow up.
You dumpster diving was fun in elementary school. That's the one thing I.
You went dumpster diving?
Dude, I did. In art class, we had to find shit to make stuff out of. So I said, "Fuck it." Dumpster.
My man goes, I need some
That's
cardboard for a fucking art project. Oh, I just saw my janitor throw a bunch of cardboard in the dumpster.
That's why I'm so good at Stuco, dumpster diving.
That's facts, you are.
We're at 30 minutes right now.
already?
Dude, this has been a good one.
All right.
See that.
This we can make kind of a quick
the
one
front of
because
the-
I don't know how we're gonna talk about this too long. Irrational fears you had as a kid.
Getting yelled at.
Okay, dude, this is like the weirdest thought that's ever crossed my brain nowadays. But when I was a kid, I legitimately thought this was a thing. After you graduated 3rd grade, you changed from a guy into a girl or a girl into a guy.
What the fuck?
I thought that was a thing. That'd be epic.
I think that would be cooler if you switched a little later in your life because, like, right now, if I switch, that would be hilarious. Like, you would be thinking, you're like, just see from the whole other side, like, yeah, boys are pigs. I agree.
Yeah, I totally thought that.
What made you think that?
I don't know.
Did you have, like, an older cousin who was like, you know, I used to be a boy just like you? Or,
I'm the oldest cousin.
I don't know where you got this from then.
Chicks just wake up one day, look down, they're like, shit.
Oh, that was yesterday.
So, you know, I said I didn't say crap until 5th grade. After I said crap, I was convinced I wasn't going to get presents for Christmas.
That's a fair argument. That's fair.
I thought I was too bad of a kid, so I was going to get coal. And when Christmas Eve came around, I couldn't sleep because I thought I was going to wake up with coal in my stocking.
Yeah, every time around like December 1st, start acting like an angel. And that's what I did up until like I was like 10, 11.
Oh, I hit a camera one year in a present, and I caught my parents red-handed.
You were back in what year? How old were you?
Like 8.
What a guy. This dude is age 8. Yo, I was happy to just keep going with it.
Dude, Elf on the Shelf is the biggest scam. Oh my god. I believed that shit for such a long time.
Wait, what? Elf on the
Elf
Shelf?
on the Shelf. It's where your parents go around and hide a little elf in like different places throughout December.
You never did that? Your parents
You never had that?
No.
My
Oh
sister
my
had it, and
God.
I was scared to death touching it because I thought she'd kill me.
We did that. My parents did that with like a little ornament, but it was like mini elves, and they moved around. Then another one I don't know why, I thought there were bats in my basement for the longest time. I don't know where that comes from. Bats are even scarier now with everything going on. But I
You
thought
might eat one.
I thought there were bats in my basement for whatever reason for the longest time. So
Yeah, I
would
was
not-
always scared of my basement.
Off, Wasp. Nobody wants you here.
Is there another one,
Bro,
bro?
just let it be.
No.
But
Fuck
it's
that.
flying
Yeah, go
over
over
my
by John.
fucking head.
Go
So
over
what? It's not gonna land on you.
Big fucking bet.
Yeah, dude.
What was I going? Oh, it's out. Now mine is coming back.
Yo, there's another one.
There's 2. No, chat. Boys, we might die right here.
Oh, we called his friend. Oh, fuck.
All right, get the episode done. All right, next topic. Yeah, bats in my basement. What you got? Apparently wasps.
Is the wasp nest up there?
Maybe. All right, go. It's time to go.
Stuff in the attic.
You just scared of the attic?
I never
dude,
had an
the
attic,
attic was
so-
always
I never
whack
had
as
an
fuck.
attic either.
It was just like this little thing up there, and I was like,
Not
I want to
going
go
up
up there.
My food randomly being poisoned was one I always thought of. Like anytime food had like weird, like anytime there was like a weird color to it, that's always my concern. I was like,
You
low
must
key
have
thought it
had
was
a
poison. I'd
World
smell
of
it.
Pain with blue cheese.
I'd smell yeah, and like weird soups if they had multiple colors in it. I was scared of that. Yeah.
Tofu. Yo, that's rubber,
You guys
dog.
got anything else?
No, that's all.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a quick topic, but I think it's fun. Another one. What teams would you be a fan of if your hometown didn't have
Chiefs.
or whatever? Chiefs. Well, okay,
Yo,
we wouldn't
that's-
have been a Broncos fan from the start, though.
Yeah.
If we're going off of Idaho, where I was born, like if I lived there,
Yeah, I'm
then
just
it
saying the
still would've
Chiefs
been
are the
Broncos.
Well, okay, your team you cheer
Current
for
team.
now.
Your current team.
Yeah,
If
your team.
if you're talking about the team I would like the most,
Yeah, who would you cheer for?
when I was a kid, I was like the Giants.
Or let's just put it another way. If your team disappeared right now, like, who would you start cheering for?
If my team disappeared right now, I'd probably cheer for
Tennessee Titans.
Skull!
the Cardinals
Cardinals? Okay, fair.
I'm very I want to know what Logan has for this because
or the Saints. I really like
my-
the Saints.
My entire I'm a Bears fan because I'm from Chicago, obviously, but my entire dad's side is a Bears fan. So I'd probably go to my mom's side. So I'd either be Ravens or Steelers. I'd probably be Ravens.
Don't be an annoying ass Steelers fan. Don't do it.
I'd probably be Ravens.
Big Ben is the best quarterback of all time.
I would go Vikings because shoot, Stephon Diggs left. I said Stephon Diggs has always been one of my favorite Broncos. I'm not going to the Bills.
Mafia.
I'm not going to the
part of
Bills.
Bill's Mafia.
I ain't breaking this table.
table's in half right now.
So I was gonna say Vikings, but now that Diggs left, that might actually be a different story. John's scared to death. I also used to like the Panthers, but then Cam Newton became a bum, so I don't like the Panthers anymore.
Yeah, ever since Von Miller put him in his place.
Ever
he's been a
since
bitch
that
boy.
season. Ever since that season.
Don't want to dive on the ball.
So I guess I don't. Actually, probably Falcons. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah,
been a
dude.
sad year. It's
I don't
been
know how you
sad
can hate
times recently.
Julio's dropping off.
My
No, he's
uncle.
not.
He's dropping
he's
off.
still
the best.
popping off.
He's still the best receiver in the league.
Oh, I disagree.
At least top 3. You cannot argue with top 3.
Yeah, top 3 I'll still say, but
He might be the best physical in the league. Like
One of the best
He's
physical of all
physical
time.
as fuck.
Like,
no,
yeah.
Calvin Johnson is definitely the best.
I said one of.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
of. What? Like, he's fast, but also will just jump over everybody. I'm so scared.
boys, it's not gonna do anything if you don't fuck with it.
Shut the fuck up, Hunter.
Yeah, I would. You saved my life, just
Yeah.
now. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'd go Falcons because my uncle's a Falcons fan, and then like, there's no reason to hate Matt Ryan. There's no reason to hate Julio Jones. Like, I like him.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's just old.
They choked the Super Bowl, but aside from that, I like.
Oh
him.
my gosh,
What would you guys say for basketball then?
Nuggets.
Well, that's easy.
Actually, yeah, that's
really
you.
easy.
Yeah, for us,
Lakers.
Thunder.
I was thinking that, except I was thinking Supersonics for some reason.
Supersonic.
I don't know why I was thinking Supersonics.
Would you go Thunder too?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I've always liked Westbrook. Once again, he's gone. But I liked the OKC, and I felt bad after the snake dude. What's his name?
I like to make fun of
Mr.
Russell
Slithery.
Westbrook.
Left. But yeah, I like the Thunder.
What the Westbrook.
I also love Chris Paul. So yeah. Anybody else? We good? You said Lakers.
Yeah.
LeBron.
This guy.
I before AD left, I would have said Pelicans because AD is one of my favorite players. All right, what'd you rather time? The highlight of the episode. So I have 6, but one of them's kind of a meme. Have your WNBA team win a championship or get $5.
Get $5.
Get $5.
I could not name a WNBA team. Is there like the Sparks? Or
Aces.
something?
I can't even name a
There's
player.
the LA Sparks.
Candace Parker, that's the only one.
There's
I
the
know.
Sparks and there's the
Wait, Brent
Lynx.
Grimes? Brittany?
And
I know like Sparks and Aces.
I think there's like the
Like, that's all I
Liberty.
know.
There's like the Liberty or something.
Yeah, $5.
The Chicago team is like.
Does Colorado
the
even
Sky.
have one?
I don't know. No, they don't.
I don't even know if they
Chicago's
do.
got
Yeah,
one.
okay.
Like, if it was with my favorite NBA team win a championship or $5, I would say $5.
All right, this is my favorite NFL team, would you say?
Yeah,
NFL.
NFL team.
I would do
NFL
that
for
too.
sure.
I would even for NBA team. Like Nuggets to win a championship, I'd
That'd
take
go.
that over 5. Yeah.
I'd do any of the 4 major sports over $5.
What about, would you say baseball? What would you say?
I'm
No,
just gonna say
no.
baseball.
No, I'd take $5 over the Rockies.
not
winning.
baseball.
I don't care.
No, I want the Rockies to take a dub. They haven't taken one in a while.
I don't think they ever have.
They haven't ever.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
facts. Okay.
Okay, so this is a bit long. You're gonna have to be with me. Be the star player on your team, but blow the championship game, or hardly play on a championship winning team.
That fucking sucks.
So you're MVP candidate. Your team gets to the finals. You get a steal. You get a tipped pass. It's a tie. You're down 1. You're on the
Is
way
this-
with the breakaway. You blow the leg.
Is this like the
Bruh.
NBA or? Is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like,
What sport is this?
Well, say it's high school, whatever.
If it's high school, then I'll do just a championship role player on a championship winning team.
Okay, no, let's say NBA now.
NBA, I'd be a star player just because.
That blows it. Just
I would say in high school you'd want to be the star player
Yeah.
because even if you blow the last game, you still got all this credibility.
Yeah.
That's going to work well for a college. Yeah,
I think I would too because you'd probably be all state of some kind. You'd probably be all
yeah,
conference.
all conference, all state,
Yeah.
whatever.
So I think I would do that too.
Dude, that's a hard one, dog.
Yeah.
That is
Like,
hard.
I've got-
Another one that kind of goes with that is be the best player on the worst team or the worst player on the best team.
the thing is,
Best
like,
player on the worst team.
Me
Do you
too.
want to be a Bradley Beal?
Like, do you want to be Bradley Beal or do you want to be the Lakers like
Isaac Bonga.
12th dude? Isaac Bonga. No, I'd rather be Bradley Beal 100%.
Because the thing is, like in sports, it should be pretty undisputed that winning is the most important thing.
Yeah.
In sports, that's what you play for. You don't play in sports like I want to go score 30 points and I'll be happy. I'd rather do that than win a championship. Like
Well, what I like is I one thing I can't stand is like not feeling like I have an impact on things. So if I'm the best player, even if we're losing a lot, I feel like I'm doing something. Whereas compared to if I'm the worst player, I feel like I'm not even contributing.
Yeah.
That's what
Well, I
depressed
mean,
me in my sophomore year of
to me,
basketball.
like
is 'cause I didn't
if
feel like
I
was doing
lose, I
anything.
always feel like I could have done more. So, like I should have done more. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you just get back on your grind.
On the
Okay.
grind.
So we're with that kind of little mixed answers in there. Have anybody be able to read your thoughts or everything you say is written on your skin for an hour.
Everything you say
Everything
written on
I
your
say
skin
on
for
my
an
skin,
hour.
dog. That'd be funny.
I would just like go record a podcast episode and just go hide in my room for an hour.
Yeah, because you can control what you say. You can't necessarily control what you think. It's like if some guy shows up that you don't like, you're like, oh god, this guy.
Fuck that guy.
Then he'll see that. So yeah, probably everything you say written on you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What if I up that to a year? Like everything you say is on your
Well,
skin.
It wouldn't fucking
And curse words were highlighted. Like cussing out people and like just
big is the
talking
font?
babs was highlighted.
Because like
Yeah,
Roger
dude, my
said-
body would
My
turn
entire
yellow.
body would just be shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So would you guys still say?
I'd still
written on your
say,
skin?
yeah.
You
say-
still would? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. This one's actually really interesting. Go back to the past and meet your loved ones who you never met, or have the past, or go to the future and meet your children and grandchildren.
Past. Because I'll meet my grandchildren and children either way.
Yeah,
Okay.
past.
Yeah, bro, I want to
Yeah.
play the lotto.
I think I would say that too. Also,
Wait. What would you do if you go to the past?
You would be meeting the loved ones you never met.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright, let's say you met, like, you got to go back and talk to the ones that you did meet that are dead.
What if my future, like, family's just a bunch of dickheads?
Probably will
Passes
be.
these stories about it.
yeah, past.
Yeah, I think, well, alright, pass. Okay, that's fair. Because going to the future, I also feel like spoiling the future just doesn't sound like too much fun. Like, you still want to be kind of surprised.
Unless
with
you
what
go to
happened.
like Dish.
Then you could be a fortune teller.
Yeah, like past your lifetime future would be dope.
Okay. Have a baby at 15 or at 50?
50.
You go 50?
Well, yeah, because then you're 68 when they graduate. Like, that's not...
That's kind of bad.
That's not... No.
Question,
Hey,
50.
hey, there's grandparents that take over their kids' lives and they graduate when they're
All right,
fucking
60
70.
or 16.
60 or 16? 60. 60. Dude, I don't want to ruin my life. Having a baby now would ruin your life.
You know how hard it'd be to take care of a kid at 60? That would be. I mean, at 16, that'd be so difficult too. But
So what I'm thinking about
might
is if
have
you
your
have a
money
kid
out
at
when
like
you're
50 or 60, that kid's probably going to be like fucked up.
yeah,
They would if
either
you
way.
you would if
yeah,
you have them now
way.
too.
Yeah. No, either
Yeah,
way,
but-
you're kind of screwed. I think it depends on what situation you're in. Like, if you're in a situation where your parents can support you financially and stuff,
Still no.
then I think the
You
younger
still have
might be
that
the
just
option.
around.
Huh?
Like
This is how I'm actually revealing that,
that
I have a
weird
kid.
shit.
To my parents.
And people would look at you so differently if you
Yeah.
had a kid now.
That's true.
Yeah, probably.
What a baller.
You might be dead though by the time your kid graduates high school.
Nice.
That would suck.
No, you won't be dead. Come
If
on.
you got
I don't
unlucky,
know, man.
78. That's not
I think with modern
average
medicine,
lifespan's 81.
yeah, right now, but with modern medicine, I think
I
all
could
of
come
us
to
are
making it to 60.
all of us are going above 81. I'll tell you that.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
That's
Well, I
Watch
mean-
me.
Hold on a second.
Give me a minute.
I don't think the Hunter's gonna make it that far. I don't
You-
think
you
I will
see-
either.
Hunter will like accidentally drive off the Grand Canyon.
What?
Check out this Yui dog. He's gonna do Yui
I do
on the
some
Grand
pretty
Canyon.
Yo, man, I can make this jump.
I've
Will you
seen
give me
this
$5?
on-
Will you give me $5?
I've seen this in Fast and Furious. Check
I-
this shit out.
I feel like if you can be financially supported, I'd take
Yeah.
teenager.
I wouldn't.
I
I'd take
wouldn't.
60.
Yo, I'm not trying to be 70 taking care of a 10-year-old.
Well, see, the thing
I am
is,
not
like,
trying to.
Like, people will look at you differently, but you have 3 years, like
Put it up
2,
for
3 years
adoption.
left of high school. Like,
Yeah, then you've got college and other shit to do.
And
like-
guess what? That all
But-
costs
You're
money.
gonna be in debt.
It's like I said, that entirely depends. If your parents can financially support you, then like
I don't think any of us could.
No.
No.
not support as in carry me, but just help me out. Like
yeah.
I need to deal with that.
Babies cost a lot, dog.
Yeah.
My parents say like throughout your entire 18 years of life, it costs about $1 million.
Which is facts.
And that's fucked.
That is fucked.
Which is.
Fuck
Trash.
Christmas.
So moral of the story: don't have kids. You can retire early. Cause
Yeah. My dad would probably be on a fucking beach right now. Like, on an island. On a
God, dude, if I didn't have a kid.
Shout out,
sit down. Be quiet.
shout out to our parents.
Big
Shout out to
facts.
your parents. We really love you
Big
guys.
facts.
We love you guys.
My mom might watch this. My parents might watch this. So if that's the case, I love you guys.
Love you, Rob.
I'm not a drug dealer.
I also love
you,
you.
Dave.
Love you, Robin.
I also love your parents. Your parents are my favorite.
Yeah, I'm
parents.
telling you,
Dude,
my parents.
Your
love
parents are awesome, dog.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
they
are Hunter's.
cook God tier.
That's facts.
Your parents cook God tier.
They do. I've been eating
Even
good.
though they
even
low
dur-
key hate me. It's
Even
okay.
during this virus, I've been eating
Your
good.
dad's pork.
Okay, enough talking about our parents. Shout out to everyone's parents out there. But enough about that. Okay, so this one's kind of screwed. Eat your own hand or eat a loved one's eyeball.
What the fuck?
Loved one's eyeball.
What do you say?
Dude, my
Eyeball.
hand, I do so much with my hand. You know, you're down one eye, you're fine.
Tar.
Yeah, that was actually my thought
Golf?
process. It's not even the selfish aspect that I'd say the loved one's eye. It's the eye because you can do better with one eye than you can with one hand.
Yeah, 100%. If it was flipped around, I'd eat my own eye and not eat my hand.
Right? And you could have like a fake eye, and that'd be pretty cool.
Alex.
But the only thing that would suck is every time you saw that loved one and they're in an eye patch or they just
Dog.
don't have the eye there, you know that was you.
What's
And
up,
that would
dude?
suck. That would be
You
terrible.
could have party tricks with that though.
You're like,
Just
hey,
think
I
about
bet you $10 there's no eye under here.
You can play Pong with your eye.
No, you ate it.
No, I'm talking about the eye socket.
Oh my god.
You just catch it.
Dude, think about that party trick though. That would be dope.
You could be one of the cups in beer pong.
Your eyes.
Enough of this. I feel we've gotten off topic. So we all take the loved one's eye.
Yeah.
Because they can do. You can have one eye easier than you can have one hand.
Yeah.
Which this sounds selfish. I love you guys, any family members that are watching. But if it was the other way around, I'd eat my own eye over one of your guys' hands.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
here we go. Wouldn't be able to catch because you'd have the Alex. What's it called?
Bro, Quaid has 2 eyes. And he
Depth
can't-
perception. You'd have the messed up depth
You would
perception.
have
So
the
you wouldn't be able
Alex
to catch.
perception.
Yeah. Right.
That is pretty funny to watch.
Alex is so uncoordinated. So it's pretty impressive that he does it with only one functional eye. He's able to catch sometimes, but a lot of times it's pretty funny.
He's like,
Quaid's even funnier though.
Quaid
but Quaid-
got
but-
nothing wrong with him, man. And he's like,
I don't know, man. One of his legs is like that much longer than the other.
You want to see someone who looks like Quaid?
And he calls them rolls, not buns.
Yeah, this guy.
Facts.
He'll be running like on a deep pass like this, and he'll like turn around and start backpedaling, and the ball will go way over his head. It's like, why'd you start backpedaling? It was gonna hit you.
This guy looks like Quaid. Wait,
Oh, the guy said you.
Let me see.
Oh, wait.
You didn't
It's
see
not gonna
it.
load. But just look at him. It looks like Quaid.
That's low.
It dead ass looks like Quaid.
That's low key Quaid.
Not really, but okay.
It does, 100%.
Similar concept. As far as looking like, whatever. Enough slandered Quaid. We love you. It's like,
No.
that's like, all right. Is that for today's episode?
Dude, that was a great
I think we
episode.
got
Yes,
good.
man.
I laughed a lot. All right, we should be okay. This next episode is gonna be a little weird because I'm leaving, but we're trying to film it before I go. Right?
Yeah, we are.
Is that the plan?
We
Yeah,
100% are.
It should still be out normal time, Thursday night, Friday morning, one of the two. You guys good? Final words for anybody?
No, sir.
Drugs are okay. They should be
They're
legal.
just
All
not.
right, let's go. Enough of that.
Fucking drug addict.
Bye guys.
Thanks
Love you.
for watching.
Subscribe.
The Just Vibin'